I'm Bryan Hyde, and I'm telling it like it is. You know, there's a lot of effort today to discredit the Occupy Wall Street movement. In fact, most of the time you'll hear them described as a bunch of smelly, lazy, commie, pinko hippies who are trying to destroy capitalism and replace it with communism. But the truth of the matter is, they're not entirely wrong. Wall Street has some problems with serious corruption, the kind of corruption that comes about when Wall Street businesses pair up with the federal government and the Federal Reserve. I'm talking about the kind of corruption that would allow some businesses to be labeled too big to fail and then be allowed to loot the Treasury with a little help from their friends on Capitol Hill. The problem is, it's not just capitalism that's to blame. In fact, capitalism and free markets or free enterprise are sometimes used interchangeably, but they're actually very different concepts. Capitalism simply means that the laws favor those who have the capital. For example, there are certain investments that cannot be offered to you and me by law unless our net worth reaches a certain level. Free enterprise, on the other hand, refers to markets that are not managed, manipulated, or otherwise regulated by the federal government. See, the problem is the Occupy Wall Street crowd wants to use the power of government to force what they see as greedy corporations to take their wealth and to share it more equitably with the needy. And the problem is that violates two very key principles. Thou shalt not covet, and thou shalt not steal. So say, for instance, that I see you at the ATM, and I come up and stick a gun in your ribs, and I take your money by threat of force. But I use that money for something noble, to pay for my mother's surgery. I've still committed robbery. I've taken something from you that belonged to you that didn't belong to me. It doesn't become right just because we allow government to do it through the threat of force, through laws, and through taxation. Now, having said that, we have a duty to care for the needy among us. But we need to understand that the proper role of government means we don't force people to do the right thing any more than we would allow government to entice people to do the wrong thing. I'm Bryan Hyde, and I'm just telling it like it is.